welcome you and thank you for coming to the Salvation Army 2015 Kettle Kickoff. Governor Malloy has proclaimed today as the Salvation Army Kettle Kickoff Day in the state of Connecticut. To help us get into the spirit and thinking of the bells that will be ringing on the street corners throughout Connecticut, I'd like to introduce the Fairfield Country Day School's Bell Choir, and they're going to perform for us Jingle Bells. Let's give them a little encouragement. Thank you, Fairfield Country Day School Bell Choir under the direction of Mary Nelson. I was tempted to chime in, but I wasn't quite sure where I'd fit in, so it's probably a good thing you didn't give me the music. Well, 2015 has been a significant year for the Salvation Army. We have celebrated 150 years of international service in 2015. Our commitment is true today as it was 150 years ago, and that is to serve those in need without discrimination. We meet need where needs exist. This past year, the Salvation Army in Connecticut served nearly 129,000 people, 290,000 meals were served, and more than 27,000 nights of shelter were provided. Almost 51,000 toys were distributed to families who may otherwise not have had a gift to give to their children. Behind each of these numbers is a face. A mother, a child, a family in crisis. And we are grateful to our donors and communities in which we serve for their trust and for their generous support. The famous Red Kettle and what people will put into it in the coming weeks will allow us to continue to do this significant work. The first Red Kettle was put out by a Salvation Army officer in San Francisco in 1891. In that first year, money collected paid for a Christmas dinner for the area's poor. Last year, nearly $145 million were put into our famous kettles throughout the United States. And funds collected by the Red Kettles are the backbone of the Salvation Army mission and ministry. The coming weeks are critical for us. The funds we raise will determine the ability we have to serve those that need us. And we are hopeful for a fundraising season that will be plentiful. Who knows how much our kettles will raise? But today with us, we have some people that are very good at forecasting. I'd like to ask you to help me in welcoming Connecticut's trusted forecasters with some of the highly sophisticated modeling and the machines that they use in their telecasts, and taking into account this year's El Nino. Connecticut's meteorologists have provided their prediction for this year's kettle campaign. And so I'm going to introduce one at a time to you and ask them to come and share their prediction. And first off, we have from WFSB, Eyewitness News 3, Chief Meteorologist Bruce DePriest. Let's welcome him. Hi, Bruce.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Meteorologist is a tough word to say. I have a hard time every day with it. But thank you for having me here today. Normally you see me forecasting the weather on Eyewitness News at 5, 6, and 11. But today I'm predicting a very generous giving season. A season of generosity, giving, and caring, which is something that we really need, especially in light of what's going on in the world right now. So hoping for a great season and hoping that the weather is going to be a good to us this holiday season for Thanksgiving and Christmas as well. And I do have a little bit of a bias. I know some of my fellow forecasters say that I might have a bit of a warm bias when forecasting temperatures. So on that note, I'm going to go on the high side when it comes to predicting the amount of money that will be raised this year. I know the goal is $2 million. Well, I am forecasting $2.2 million to be raised this year here in Connecticut.
Thank you. Thank you. That's quite a challenge, and we appreciate that. And from WTNH News 8, Senior Meteorologist Frank Campagna. Hi, Frank.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me here today. This is probably the easiest forecast I'll have to make all week. I know that the good people of Connecticut will come forth with generous donations during this holiday season. Here's hoping for great weather and a blizzard of donations. My prediction for this year is for $2,088,888.
And from Fox 61, we have meteorologist Sam Samperi. Sam?
Thank you, Major. Thank you for having me, everybody. And a beautiful day to be out here to support the Salvation Army. Also feel honored here to substitute for Joe Fury, who cannot make it today. But we are in agreement that it's going to be a beautiful season. We're starting out today with sunshine. And my prediction is for a grand total of $2,061,180. And you know, yeah, it's an El Nino year. I think the West is going to be cold and rainy and snowy and might help the drought. For here, we'll be in for some surprises. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.
From NBC Connecticut, the First Alert meteorologist Ryan Hanrahan.
Thank you very much for having me today, and sorry about the wind. I know it's a little challenging with the sheet music there. We're really hoping for a great holiday season, and I'm sure the people of Connecticut will step up and show their generosity like they always do. So our forecast from NBC Connecticut is for a mild December and $2.1 million in donations to the Salvation Army across Connecticut. There we go. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Once again, I'd like to introduce to you the Fairfield Country Day School Bell Choir. They've done a great job. Thank you for coming and sharing this time with us. And Mary, for your direction, thank you. And they were going to perform Gloria. As we close, I once again want to thank each of you, meteorologists, and thank you for your respective station management for supporting our kickoff. We'd also like to thank Governor Malloy for allowing us to use this beautiful setting. Thank you for our Army Ensemble. And a final thanks to the Fairfield County Day Bell Choir and also the Salvation Army Brass. We wish God's blessing upon you for this wonderful Thanksgiving season, and we wish you all a wonderful and beautiful Christmas season. God bless you all, and thank you for your support.